So here's a procedure that only applies to Lambda equipped cars from 1980 to 1983. Essentially what we will be checking is making sure that the O2 sensor is working by checking the voltage that it is outputting, and then checking the duty cycle of the frequency valve so that we can be sure that the frequency valve is responding to the information from the O2 sensor. And if the frequency valve duty cycle is off, not within the factory specs, then we're going to tweak it just a little bit on the fuel distributor so that we can have it be within factory specs and be running absolutely perfect. So here are your connections. To measure the O2 sensor voltage, you will need a multimeter, and you will need probably to make a tiny jumper that goes between the wire on the body side and the wire going to the O2 sensor. In between that connection, you'll put another bit of wire that has a little bit of the insulation stripped out so that you can connect one of the little alligator plugs for the multimeter. So I'll show you that in a bit. It's just literally a tiny piece of green wire with some insulation stripped out, and then the red lead of the multimeter connected, and the black lead of the multimeter just goes to ground. Got these awesome ground wires here, so this is a good spot for me. And for the duty cycle, you can use the same multimeter or another multimeter, but the values are going to be jumping around so much that it's going to be kind of hard to read on the screen. So I recommend buying a tiny inexpensive oscilloscope such as this one. I'll place the link to this item or something similar to it in the description. And essentially this will have also two test leads, a red one and a black one. In this particular case, you want to find the test port for the Lambda, which is hidden behind the side fuse panel here. There's a little cylindrical connector with a cap on it, rubber cap. Take the rubber cap off. There's 3 pins inside, and you want to connect the black lead of the oscilloscope to the green wire, and you can see the green right there behind the plug. And then you want to connect the red lead of the oscilloscope to ground, and that should give you the correct display on here that I will show you a little bit later on in the video. With the engine fully warmed up and idling correctly, let's check the voltage on the O2 sensor. The Bentley manual states that it should be between 0.1 to 0.9 volts DC with the signal fluctuating. So now with the multimeter connected the way we described earlier, with the black terminal to ground and the red terminal to a jumper on the O2 sensor signal wire. Let's see what the voltage output is. As you can see, it is fluctuating quite a bit. I got between 0.3 to 1.2. I'm gonna call that pretty good. Moving on to, now we're gonna do another test where we're gonna temporarily create a lean condition, and the voltage should drop very, very slightly once we remove the oil cap to create the lean condition. You can hear the idle changing already. Now our signal has changed to millivolts, and now it's back up to where it was before. So for the Bentley manual, that's good. idle changes back again, and our output is back to normal. Same as before. All good here. Now we'll be checking the frequency valve duty cycle, which needs to be between 45 and 65% for the Bentley manual. So let's go back and look at our oscilloscope reading. It's a bit low at the moment. It's in the mid to high 20s. So we need to adjust it using our little wrench in the counterclockwise direction. After a quick adjustment, about that much, about 1/8 of a turn. We've raised it up a little bit. Now it's in the low 30s, but we got to keep going. So we're going to adjust it a little bit more. Now remember, when you're doing these adjustments, be very, very patient and go very, very slowly. And watch your frequency valve duty cycle reading on the oscilloscope as you are turning the wrench. Also make sure that you don't press down too hard on the wrench or anything like that. Just be very, very careful. And go very slowly. On my nod, it must be moving in the right direction. Over another turn, another 1/8 of a turn roughly. Give a little rev with the idle stabilize. Double check your oscilloscope reading again. Now we're in the low 40s, so we're within the range, but we want to be a little bit closer to the middle. So almost there. I'm going to do one last final adjustment. And yes, the car is hot while this is occurring, so be careful. Because I am within the acceptable range, but at the low end, I'm going to go extra slowly, and again watch my reading on the oscilloscope until I get to roughly the halfway point between 45 and 65. Acceptable range. So after that initial adjustment, I did another 2 approximately 1/8 turns, and that's all the adjustment that I did. And our duty cycle is now in the mid-50s. Right where we want to be. So we're good with that. Ready to drive. Once again, after that initial adjustment, I only turned it about that much, twice. And that's it. So that just shows you how sensitive the adjustment is. So after that last adjustment, once again, give it a quick rev to see where the duty cycle ends up. And it looks like it is still where we want it to be. We're done. Time to go drive. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video.